Alrighty, so kind of continuing on from the previous video, we are going to be looking at Season 11 characters and then YUNO. That is right, the potential anniversary character more than likely will be. So, Nozel is going to be Season 11, party version of Nozel. Very interesting. Okay, so first skill. Single target. If X or fewer instances of Mercury are present on self, there is an X% chance to inflict continuous poison damage on an enemy. If X or more instances of Mercury are present on self, inflicts continuous poison damage on any for X amount of turns. What is going on? Mercury. Okay, so it seems that this is another thing for a certain character. Like, for example, like with the Third Eye Awakening final with a hatred, right? Something that Nozel will probably pick up in some way. I'm not too sure how, but moving along. Oh, Mercury, there we go. At the start of the turn, takes X% of current HP as damage. Oh. Wait a minute, I don't know how I feel about that. What the hell? At the start of the turn, takes X% of current HP as damage. So he's... How's this character gonna work? Oh god, okay, so he's taking damage. The Mercury inflicts damage, but it helps out with his skills. Okay, skill 2. It's AoE. If X% or fewer instances of Mercury are present on self, inflict disarm on an enemy for X amount of turns. If X or more instances of Mercury are present on self, inflicts disarm debuff on an enemy for X amount of turns. Okay. Inflicts remove debuff on a designated enemy. Inflicts reduced buff duration for X turns debuff on all enemies. Okay. Alright, I mean, that's not too bad of a skill 2, I want to say. Okay. Then the ultimate. Single target. Attacks after inflicting immortality immunity on an enemy. Upon killing an enemy using a special skill, inflicts X% of magic attack as extra damage to all enemies based on the instances of Mercury inflicted on self, and then grants self Mercury removal. Okay, so basically pile it on with the first skill and second skill at every turn, and then you come in with the ultimate and potentially can lead into doing some big damage. Passive. At the start of the turn, inflicts Mercury on self. Okay. Awakening passive. Converts all instances of continuous damage inflicted on self into Mercury. Oh, this could be huge. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the incentive. LR plus 5 nullifies Mercury damage. There it is. Ah, you mother truckers. Okay. Alrighty. Interesting. Partner skill inflicts continuous poison damage. Don't know what skill on the Greymoor is for skill 2 or skill 1 or ultimate, whichever one. Greymoor passive, if continuous damage is not present on self upon taking damage, there is an X% chance to inflict increased damage taken debuff on the enemy for X amount of turns. Okay, yeah, well, that's not too bad. Alrighty, so it seems that with this Nozel, he's working off from that Mercury. I guess, yeah, no, it's going to be a Mercury counter. I guess count, not as in counter, but like a count. Get on the character, if that makes sense. Jesus Christ. But it's working in terms of allowing you to get the poison off, as well as removing buffs, reducing the buff duration, as well as applying disarm from the second skill. I would say the second skill is pretty nice, but the big sell point in to not take damage from the Mercury that William is getting for each turn as he's losing his HP, because of course he is taking damage, is from the LR plus 5, where he nullifies every Mercury damage, basically. I feel like this Nozel is going to be a fairly interesting character. I don't know how I feel about it right now. I need to know what I need to get my hands on him to kind of see this Mercury in action. Reading it on paper, it sounds a bit 50-50, but yeah, there's the sell point. There it is. Okay, moving along, let's see what... Oh, yeah, so we've got Party Kahano. This is a fairly interesting one. Didn't see this one coming. I assume she's going to be a healer or a support. I don't know. Anyway, or could be an attacker. Who cares? Single target on the first skill. Grants X% increased attack buff to an ally with the highest attack for X amount of turns. Okay, cool. Second skill sings a fantastic melody, buffing an ally. X% chance to grant an ally with the extend on the buff for X amount of turns. Okay, that's cool. Grants an ally with a increased attack Cool. And then grants an ally opening area. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Opening area increases pen by X% and crit damage by X% upon gaining X instances of opening area. Removes 5 instances of opening area and grants a festival area. Festival area, X% increase pen, X% increase crit damage, and X% increase damage dealt. Oh, this is kind of like Kyoto's passive with his dancing, well, whatever it's called, I forgot what it is, but he gets the initial passive, and once he gets a certain amount of it, then it kind of evolves into something more better, essentially, right? With higher percentages. That's basically what this is. So removes 5 so we have to stack this up 5 times. Okay. Fair enough. And then the ultimate, buffing all allies, grants self an X% increased mobility buff. Ooh, that's going to be something. Grants all allies a increased crit rate. Ooh, okay. And then grants... Oh, okay, yeah, so there it is. I was going to say, if they're requiring 5 instances, they have to make it more consistent throughout the kit. So it's on the second skill and on the ultimate right there. Beautiful. Okay. Interesting, interesting. I mean, regardless, I think I found myself another great... I mean, to be fair, she might overtake Sally when it comes to providing the nuking buff, because you got to keep in mind, Sally only provides the crit damage boost for her own typing. So Kohono is 100% coming in and taking that nuking spot. That nuking team spot is what I'm trying to get at. Passive, upon taking damage from an attacker, grants an X% increased damage dealt buff to an ally with the highest attack for X amount of turns. Okay, where did that come from? That was kind of out of the blue. Awakening passive. Upon taking damage, grants opening area to the ally. Oh, there it is. There it is. So that's LR plus 2. LR plus 1. I mean, plus 5. Upon using the ultimate, grants 1 extra instance of opening area to the designated ally. Rightio, there it is. Okay, so it's on the passives. So there it is. There it is. Oh my god, that will make... That, honestly, that would put this Pai Kohono in such an amazing position to how of a damage assistance she will be for the attacking units on our team. She's something. She is definitely going to be a disgusting offensive supporter. So, hey, when it comes to the nuking strat, when it comes to the nuking team, I think this Kohono is 100% going to be being thrown into the mix. Partner skill grants a partner mage an increased attack, and then during the partnered mage attacks, there's an X% chance to inflict stun. Ooh, baby. Does she wait? Oh, she does give mobility. I was gonna say, if she gives me mobility and I can make good use of that partner skill, ooh, I think I might have to kind of let William slip aside for the one time and bring Kohono into the mix, maybe. And then with her Greymore skill, grants an SP buff. Ooh, okay. Alright, hold up. Now things are getting a little bit too interesting with this character. Greymore passive. Upon taking damage from an attacker, grants X% increased favor damage dealt buff to an ally with the highest all attack. Hold on a minute. This Kohono is actually coming across as a pretty insane attacking support unit. If only we knew what typing she was. I'm sold. I low-key want... Yeah, I think I'm more sold from Kohono than I am with Nozel. I'm just going to keep it real. But anyway, that's Season 11. Things could change since they are releasing, I believe, in April, I want to say. I think these units are going to be releasing in April, yeah. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. Well, I mean, yeah, we're here for that, to see what they're capable of. But YUNO Spirit Dive, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Let's have a look. So, inflicts X% reduced mobility debuff on an enemy. If Spirit Dive is present on self, grants X% increased speed buff for X amount of turns. Disgusting. Skill 2. Inflicts X% reduced mobility debuff on an enemy. If Spirit Dive is present on self, inflicts silence on a designated enemy for X amount of turns. Okay, so far, YUNO's going to be a problem. Because, you know, as we know when it comes to the gameplay of Black Clover, is that with speed, if you can slow the enemy down, it will give you the advantage play. So this is already, we're getting somewhere. And he's got the same thing as Black Asta when it comes to the anti-magic. In this case, it's Spirit Dive, of course. SP, which is the ultimate. Inflicts total silence on an enemy for X amount of turns. Grants self spirit dive for X amount of turns. Oh, okay. Grants self an increased speed buff on X amount of turns. He kind of reminds me of the red YUNO. Yeah, this Loki kind of reminds me of the red YUNO in a way. But the spirit dive is from his ultimate. So that's how we activate it. Thank God it's not HP restricted. But okay, fair enough. Spirit Dive awakens YUNO's true powers. Passive. At the start of the turn, grants self Blessing of the Wind Spirit. What the frick is that? Increased damage dealt by X%. Stacks up to... Oh, it can stack. At the start of the turn, grant self. So every turn by the looks of it. Okay. That could pile on to being something big here, boys. Awakening passive. Upon gaining Spirit Dive, grants self invulnerability for X amount of turns. Okay. First thing, how many turns is Spirit Dive on for? Secondly, are we able to consistently do this? This might... Surely not. Okay, this might be a one-time deal. But if this isn't... Jesus Christ. At the start of the turn, grant self an SP+. That is going to be something. That has to be more than one, surely. Okay, partner skill. Attacks after removing immortality from an enemy. Nice. Oh, wait. Wait, that's... Wait a minute. Great more skill 2. Inflicts barrier immunity on an enemy for X amount of turns. Oh, that's on his second skill. Oh, damn. So not only are we reducing mobility, but if Spirit Dive has been applied, then Silence will be applied, and then we can have a barrier immunity on them. Greymore passive. If Spirit Dive is present on self upon attacking, there is an X% chance to grant a SP, but... Oh, yeah, we're maxing that out. Wait, I feel like with this YUNO, the consistency of his ultimate is going to be disgusting if you max it out. Which means Spirit Dive will be used in a way more consistent manner. Which means... Oh, boys, we might be onto something. This YUNO actually sounds fairly interesting. The mobility reduction is going to be in a consistent manner. We can get Spirit Dive going on. I'm looking at this YUNO in a maxed out position. And he is looking pretty nice. I want to know on how this Awakening passive is going to be working. Upon gaining Spirit Dive, grant self invulnerability for X amount of turn. I assume it's going to be one turn, right? Right? But that's still freaking effective because you can consistently apply that. But the big question is that how long is Spirit Dive on for? Damn. Okay, now here's the thing. This YUNO can change. This is his early kit. Now, more than likely, with us getting the leaks for their kit, only small changes have ever come about. So, majority of his kit is what we're seeing is going to be carrying over. But either way, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm eager to see what you guys think, since this is the potential anniversary character. I think he looks good. Does give me that red YUNO vibe, I'll be honest. But yeah, I'm eager to see what on the damage output too, since we've got this coming about, Blessing of the Wind Spirit. And that will be, a counter of that will be being applied to me every turn. So, it really depends on what the percentage is, as well as the amount we can stack it up to. But, yeah, that is it. Season 11, and then the anniversary, YUNO. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna max him out.